Hello folks, and welcome to our second game in our Sunday doubleheader. This time we'll feature the Green Hornets and the Gray Wolves. Both teams, of course, very strong, or appear to be very strong. You look at the talent that both of these teams have, and have to admit that with the how it's been playing so far, you have the Red Army that looks almost like a team, and then you have the middle teams such as the Green Hornets and the Gray Wolves, and of course, with teams like these, we should be featuring a great, exciting matchup coming up. We'll kick things off here with the Gray Wolves here after their disappointing 8-2 loss to the Red Army last season. They have quite the ways to go when you look at the talent level and what they're like, and with who is showing up, not quite the best performance that they have. But now with a team like the Green Hornets, they'll be able to get things back on track, and they have an opportunity to make things how they're supposed to be. And I mean, personally, I can't see anything better. I mean, you look at the team like the Gray Wolves, they have Jim Pernice, Tom Finley, Neil Armstrong, Mark Creighton, Mike McCann, Scott McCants, and if I haven't mentioned Tom Finley already. So, I mean, you look at this Gray Wolf team and they look like they're ready to be flying. You just have to be given the right opportunities, the right shots. And of course, I better mention his name beside me for this game. Joining me in the booth will be Andy Townsend. Andy, welcome aboard.
Thanks, Angelo. Great to have you here. Like you said before, this is a great opportunity. We've seen both of these teams in action before. You know, not maybe as together as a group or teamwork, but at the same time, we've seen the talent levels, and now we have an opportunity to see how these both teams play against each other, and the players on each team, how they work with each other. So can't wait to see a matchup like this one. And even though that was the sound of the buzzer, we'll quickly go over the Green Hornets after their monstrous victory over the Yellow Jackets 2 weeks ago, 7-2. I mean, you have players like Jim Becker, Jim Thomas, Sean Ryan, Ira Lussman, and of course John Spartacino, or Sparts as we all like to call him. So you have to look at the way this team is built up, and you know, I'm high hopes for these guys too, Andy. I mean, you look at these guys and how they're set up, they could be just a team that can match up with the Red Army. Well, we'll just have to see on that one, Angelo, because we have to see how they play against the Gray Wolves first, and then if they still maintain the same performance that they did, like they did against the Yellow Jackets, you know, I'd be very surprised and excited to see that game as well. And of course, you have to also look out with the keepers. You have Rosengard at the Green Hornets keeper, and then of course Tom Ivan Jr. as the Gray Wolves keeper. So the Green Hornets will already have their hands filled. They just need to get past the Gray Wolves defense first, and then they'll have their own problems they'll have to deal with once they come up against Ivan. And you do bring up a good point too, Andy. Tom Ivan Jr. in net for the Gray Wolves, and that is a big advantage to have right now if you're the Gray Wolves. So all you need to focus on is just trying to score and get a setup going, because once the Gray Wolves reach once the Green Hornets reach the Gray Wolves zone, they'll have another challenge of their own trying to set up and score and get the puck past Ivan. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and start face-off. McCants takes it against Tom Finley. Starting left wing, Ira Lustman. Starting right wing is rookie Richard Madden. And then at defense, you have Sabler and Spartacino. As Jim Thomas quickly shoots forward, and that's the first shot. Are you kidding me? What did we just say about Ivan Jr.? And then this happens? That's unbelievable to think about. Well, you're definitely right on that, Angelo. I don't think any of us were expecting a quick start here by the Green Hornets. 16 seconds into the matchup. This is quite surprising to see from Ivan Jr. 16 seconds into the game, and then you have somebody like Jim Thomas who comes through and scores. And now the real game begins. So in a sense, it's like looking at a handicap score or whatever. Gray Wolves allowing the Green Hornets to get one goal up first. It looks like they're back for more. Ivan Jr. knocks it away. Now back over to, I believe that's Jeff Quicko, if we're looking at the roster correctly. No, I think that's Mark Creighton playing as number 23 for the Gray Wolves. And this one now over to Mark Creighton, trying to get past. Gray Wolves quickly trying to equalize on the goal. Shoots it high. Rosengard didn't even have to worry too much about that shot. And this one gets past Lussman. And Grey Wolves will have to skate back for this one. This will give both teams an opportunity to change their lines. Here comes McCants with the puck, finds Nader, which that was another thing I forgot. Nader returns this season. And how many seasons has it been since he's last played hockey here at the Over 50 Hockey League? Well, it's been a lot. Nader has missed a lot in the past few seasons, you know. Practically the entire league improving, so he'll have a little bit of catching up to do, but you have to admit that this guy is just ready to play some hockey. You can't wait to see that through him. This is to Hogan Yee. Yee trying to get the pass off, but he sends it right to John Madalena, now finds Sharina. Bouncing off his stick, and now it's back over to Mashrin. And there was the shot taken by Larry Rapar. And again, this is the first time he's been on any other team other than the Red Army. So, Rapar's new team, I've heard that he's doing not bad, even though there's really haven't been any kind of scoring going on. Well, yeah, definitely. Rapar has been one of the more premier defenders in this part of the season. I mean, you have to look at what he's contributed to his other teams and what he's done for the Red Army. And that is just something remarkable. You know, Rapar, I'd have to say, if I had a top 5 list of defenders, you know, Rapar would definitely be on that list. You know, he's got the capabilities and he knows just exactly how to defend well. And with that, Hogan Yee trips up Spartacino. Not exactly sure why the referees didn't call that a penalty right there on the camera, but an easy tripping call right there. Anybody could have called and they didn't call it right there. Well, then again, the referees have to wake up a little bit here, you know, even though it is a recreational game. You still have to call the right penalties just for the safety of the players. Tom Finley will get the pass off to Pernice. Pernice will go ahead and dump this one in. Tom Finley trying to get this one away from Spartacino. Pernice trying to set up Lussman in the way, and Sabro knocks it back. Now it's over to Guy Roberge, who is also, in addition to Rapar, this is his new team as well, because he's used to playing with the Red Army after so many seasons, and now he's with the new team. Getting the pass off, we'll take the shot. Blocked and knocked away. The Soliners had an opportunity. Now comes Spartacino the other way. Finding an open Jim Thomas on the right side, and he's still got Richard Madden to work with. Thomas misses the shot and will give it back to the Grey Wolves the other way. Here comes Finley. He's got some room to work with. He'll take the shot. This one getting knocked away. And shoots around. Dangerous shot there by Jim Thomas on the wraparound. And that one almost flew right into the net past Rosengard. Finley fires the shot straight into Rosengard, and there's the save for the Green Hornets. 8:11 to go. Green Hornets still have the advantage in this game thanks to a 16-second goal by Jim Thomas. And again, that quick start is costing the Grey Wolves right now currently. And they have to figure out some way to get back into the swing of things. Nader pops it through, trying to get this one past Armstrong. Now to Armstrong in the end. And now comes Sharina trying to knock the puck away. Now Yee takes it, and he passes it right on the stick of a Green Hornet player, and that was Larry Rapar. He's on the move. Rapar looking to find his shot, takes it, and Ivan was ready for it for the save. So Larry Rapar getting a little bit of some forward action here, trying to get an opportunity to make some breakouts. And definitely, we've seen Larry Rapar more on the defender side, just passing the puck up, but for him to take it himself and try to make something happen out of it from an individual performance, this is just amazing to see. And now here comes Rick Nader skating quickly, only Zakarian back to defend. Nader winds up for the shot, and Rosengard will have another performance. And a good save there by Rosengard. Armstrong versus Sharina on the faceoff. Neil Armstrong quickly trying to get to the puck. Stopped short though by Yee. Sean Ryan trying to skate to the puck first, but Jeff Quickle will beat him out. And now comes Sharina, intercepts the puck, and he's on the move. Only Quicko back to defend. He'll take the shot. Fires. And it went, and it looked like it hit the crossbar, or correction, the left post, and it might have just bounced out into Ivan's possession, but a lucky bounce there by the Gray Wolves. And they still keep this in a 1-goal deficit. Jim Thomas to take the face-off against Finley. Lussman trying to pass around, but instead flex the puck. Still coming around. And now it's going to come back all the way to Les Sabler. He'll take it in the Green Hornet zone. And he'll look to try to set this one up. But instead it bounces off of Creighton and it's intercepted. Now back over to McCants. Trying to set up his man. Finds Finley. And we'll find now Creighton again. And he's got the Saunders to work with. And I said he takes the shot. And now it's back over to Madden. Madden now over to Lussman. Finley quickly on him. And McCants will quickly skate over to get to the puck. Richard Madden closely following behind. And now Rosengard to stop the puck. Spartacino with the puck, struggling to find it. He'll regain control. And he'll take a long pass, trying to get this one off to Richard Madden. Hits the skate, and he's on the move. 2-on-0 breakaway. Beautiful pass by Spartacino. But the Grey Wolf defenders quickly come back and defend. But again, how about that pass by John Spartacino? That had to have been one of the most difficult passes to make. And again, you look at Spartacino and the play performance that he does, he's just remarkable. He'll take the shot, and this one goes in. And again, what have we told you about John Spartacino? One of the top players in the league when you give him an opportunity. And he'll make it happen for you. And with that, it's a 2-0 Green Hornet lead. And what more do you have to say about Spartacino besides the fact that he is just one of the elite players in this league? Yeah, whenever Spartacino gets an opportunity to play, you know, he's been around on the professional level a little bit in terms of he's played around a lot of quality players. So to see him and play like this, it's no surprise. Lots of fumbling around the Green Hornet goal area. Sharina trying to skate to it first, getting it past Quicko. Now it's back over to Sean Ryan. He'll clear this one out. But again, Spartacino is one of the key players that you have to shut down if you're looking to try to stop the Green Hornets here. Sean Ryan looks to set up. Now back over to Lepar. Fires the shot, bouncing around, looking to finish. Here comes Madalena looking like he was going to score, but he just wasn't fast enough to put the puck in the net. And now here comes Neil Armstrong. The Stallion at it again, 2-on-1. He's got Nader to work with, hits the post, and does not make it in. Puck now over to Quicko. Stop. Madalena now with the puck trying to get it across to Quicko, but instead it's intercepted. Now finds Yi. He took a little bit too much time with the passing. Now here comes Sharina the other way into the Grey Wolf zone. He's got Sean Ryan to work with. Held up well by Masterin. Now Ryan gets the pass back to Sabler. Winds up with a shot, misses to the left. Spartacino picks up on the rebound. Looking to set up to Sharina, but gets denied by Masterin. Masterin came through and he just clobbered down right on Sharina. Sabler with another shot. And now Ryan picks up on the rebound. This one from Nader. Now this one going back over to Rosengard. Spartacino trying to reach the pass out to Jim Thomas. Instead, the Grey Wolves will take this one away. Back over to Richard Madden. Madden struggling to get the puck away, knocked away by Finley. This one now over to Sabler. Les Sabler gets the pass off to Ira Lussman, and he's got Thomas and Madden to work with. Thomas still has Madden, but Thomas now skating around will take the shot and completely goes everybody's heads. Now the Lussman struggling to find the player to set up to. Now back over to Sabler. backhand pass goes right to Guy Berge. Now this one back over to Jim Thomas. Looking to set up, trying to finish, no one there, and now comes Mark Creighton. Sabler has to skate back, he's the only one back. Creighton looking to make the move, takes the shot, and he will finish. Or was it a save? No, he scored that one. Great individual performance by Mark Creighton, and he finally puts the Grey Wolves on the board. With 2:58 to go in the first period, Mark Creighton has his second goal of the season, as Rosengard has given up his third of the season. Sharina and Finley on the face-off. This one back over to Roberge. Gets it to McCants. Tom Finley trying to skate to it first, but Larry Rapart gets to it in time. Will find Sean Ryan off the boards. Now over to Sharina. Sharina winds up for the shot. Misses to the right. Now this one back over to Creighton. This one now over to Finley. He'll wind up for the shot as well, and that's going to be an offsides call. Armstrong versus Sharina now on the face-off. This one going back all the way in the Green Hornet end. This one gets over to Sharina, and he's on the move. Got lots of room on the left side. Grey Wolf defenders trying to get back. Sharina winds up for the shot, but quick little skate comes in the way. Sharina on the end around, no one there to set up, and now back over to Rapar. He'll set this one up to Ryan, but he'll dump this one back in the Grey Wolf end. Madalena looking to set up, another shot opportunity denied. And now pass over to Armstrong, Neil Armstrong on the move into the Green Hornet zone. Passes it back to Yee. Yee struggling to find another teammate. This one off of Rapar, and now the Green Hornets are back the other way. And this one will be dumped back. This one looks like it'll be for an icing call, and it will. Green Hornets now make another change in their lineup. 1:37 remaining in the first period. Green Hornets with a 2-1 lead. This is to Neil Armstrong looking to finish, and it's a tied game for the Grey Wolves. Neil Armstrong credited with the assist, goal scored by Rick Nader. And I believe Nader is officially back in business. The Raider Nader. Nader the Raider. So the Green Hornets they appeared as if they were going to be heading into for the end of the first period with a 2-0 lead, and then all of a sudden the lead collapses. And just as soon as I say that, look what happens. Jim Thomas comes in the way again, scoring a third goal. And that is a knack that these Green Hornets have had for the longest time, as if if there was ever a lead that slipped away through their fingers and it got to the point of a tie, you can count on players like Jim Thomas to make sure that the game still heads back into their own lead. Thomas intercepts the puck. This one now over to Finley. Here comes Richard Madden, who by far is remarkable in terms of keeping up with Jim Thomas. This one back from Spartacino, now over to Les Sabler. Now finding Ira Lussman, intercepted by Roberge. Richard Madden gets a piece of the puck, now back over to Lussman as it gets knocked into the Grey Wolf end. And now McCants regroups for the Grey Wolves. They'll find the pass over to Creighton, and he's got Finley, and coming up is DeSaulniers taking a shot. And now John Spartacino has some open room on the right side to work with. And with electrifying speed, he'll fire the shot. This one going way too high of the net, but you have to love that effort by Spartacino. And again, Spartacino, the ice is his domain. He can do just about anything he can. You know, in order for him to try to stop Spartacino, you know, you have to get in Olympic size rink, and just imagine what he could do in a bigger size ice rink than this one. You know, if he's speeding through with electrifying speed in a normal size ice rink like this one. And with that 2 seconds remaining on the first period, Larry Ricard trying to get his last shot in. Cannot, and that's how the first period will end. 3-2 Green Hornets. Lots of scoring going on in this first period, to think about it. What started out as a Jim Thomas 16-second goal and then an expanded 2-0 lead. Gray Wolves collapse that lead, get it to tie 2-2, only for Jim Thomas and company to retake the lead again. And with that, we head into the second period with the score: Green Hornets 3, Gray Wolves 2. We'll go back here, folks. Start of the second period, Sharina versus Armstrong. And now referee stops play. That's not exactly sure what happened there. I mean, puck was dropped, and Nabbit, the referee over there, I guess was still standing around in the penalty box. Don't know why, even though the puck was dropped. He should have been in his position. And that could have been a big opportunity for the Gray Wolves to try to tie the game, but then they had to blow the whistle for his case. And again, that can be very detrimental in terms of how the referees can control the game. So, you know, with an opportunity like that, you know, the Green Hornets are very lucky the referees blew the whistle there. This one now over to Ricard. Bernice quickly trying to control him and take him down, but now the pass gets over across the ice to Sean Ryan. Hogan Yee trying to keep up with him. Now it's over to Ricard taking the shot. This one coming back over to Liebler. This one bounced around. Now Hogan Yee with the puck. Finds Quicko. This one now over to Pernice as Zakarian will take it away. This one now back over to Ricard as he looks to try to set up, and instead it's intercepted by Armstrong. He will take the shot. Rosengard knocks it away. Madalena gets this one off the Quicko. This one back over to Yee. This one now over to Nader. Nader looking to set up to Finley. Instead, this one gets bounced around and knocked away. Nader with the shot, knocked away again. Lepar now finds Madalena. This one from Roberts now back over to Creighton. Creighton now looking to set up to Finley. Tom Finley triple teamed by the Green Hornets and instead taking a shot, and it's a glove save by Mark Rosengard. With that, both teams look like they're making lineup changes. But so far, Andy, what about the performance right now? Tom Ivan Jr., we've known him to practically give up 1 goal, possibly 2 at most, but right now he's giving up 3, and it's not even the beginning or not even into the prime thick of things in the second period. Well, again, you have to realize with Tom Ivan, you know, after playing a couple of games in this league with these gentlemen, you know, the performance level has slightly deteriorated. Then again, he might be having just an off game here today. But of course, again, I have to agree with you, Angelo. This is not Tom Ivan Jr.'s performance. This is not at his best right now. And that has definitely been helping out these Green Hornets in terms of the winning level. And this one, as it gets over to Mark Creighton, he's trying to battle off John Spartacino, looking to set up to Finley, and instead gets knocked away, and the Green Hornets are at it the other way. Richard Madden held up, but then again taken away by Ira Lussman. Lussman takes the shot, bounces off of Rosengard. Chin Thomas looking to try to finish. Now over to Lussman again, trying to slide. And instead, Finley will knock this one away. Stopped by Saber. Green Hornets looking to set up. This one gets knocked away. Now over to Spartacino. Makes a move off of McCants. Looking to finish his Lussman takes the shot, and Tom Ivan Jr. finally getting some kind of performance in with that glove save. And that is where you say Ira Lussman definitely got robbed of that shot there. An opportunity to put the goal or back to a 2-goal lead with a 4-2 lead, but Tom Ivan Jr. got his stuff together and he was able to make the stop happen. So now it's Sharina versus Pernice on the face-off, deep in the Grey Wolf zone. Ivan Jr. getting himself adjusted with 8:53 to go in the second. Again, with just the way the performance is going so far, you have to think that, you know, anything can go right now. And then again, you look at the performance of the Green Hornets 2 weeks ago and then how close things have been right now, especially against a keeper like Tom Ivan Jr. They're just definitely showing their worth right now. And you have to give credit to the Grey Wolves. They're trying their hardest against the Green Hornet team, but then you have to realize on paper right now, the Green Hornets are looking very strong here. Up now to Hogan Yeats. Gets the pass off to Quicko. Quicko had nobody to turn to on that side, and now Rapart intercepts it and takes it to Sean Ryan. Yee trying to get in the way of Sean Ryan. Now here comes Rapart. Looks to set up, fires the shot, bounces around. And Sharina just couldn't quite get the finish on there. Puck was not in the right position. Zakarian will pass this one all the way back to Rapart. We'll regroup for the Green Hornets as Ryan knocks it into the Grey Wolf end. This is Jim Pernice now looking for Jeff Quicko on the other side. Madalena ready to cover him. And now comes Zakarian. This one now back over to Hogan Yee. And now intercepted by Sharina. Sharina, here comes Madalena looking to finish. Takes the shot. Bounces almost a goal there by John Madalena through Tom Ivan's 5-hole. And again, you could not set it up any better for John Madalena. Yeah, definitely. Even, you know, you could have just about anybody get an opportunity like that, but for Madalena not to capitalize, that's really unfortunate, and I know that he's not feeling too great about that opportunity. 7:35 to go in the second. Still 3-2 Green Hornets hanging on to a tight lead as Tom Finley and Jim Thomas take the face off. This one coming back over to Les Sabler. Sabler looking to set up. This one over to Lussman in the deep spot, looking to set up instead. Groberge knocks it away. And now comes McCants, gets this one off the boards, and the Green Hornets will have to regroup. Sabler in his own end. This one now gets it over to Lussman. Fires this one over to Richard Madden. Gets it off the boards a little bit. That'll give McCants some time to knock the puck away, and he does. Spartacino now finds Lussman. Hero Burst coming in the way, trying to hold him up. This one back over to Sabler, knocks it away. Creighton looked like he almost had a breakaway opportunity there, but Sabler was still able to get some piece of the puck. Burst knocks it back over to Sabler, now over to Spartacino. John Spartacino finding his shot, trying to set up to Richard Madden, knocked away. Rebound effort attempt denied, and here comes DeSalnis for the Grey Wolves, now trying to get this one off the McCants, kicked back, and now comes Finley. In the Green Hornet zone. Finds Creighton. Creighton looking for his shot, he'll take it. Rosengard knocks it high. This one going back a little bit now towards McCants. It's off a Stabler's stick. And now Les Sabler regroups. Now Jim Thomas entering the Grey Wolf zone. Armstrong strips it loose, but his stick his stick flies high in the process. Now comes Creighton trying to knock this one away. Spartacino knocks it back. Now comes Yeet in the Green Hornet zone. This one past Armstrong, this one going back from the Grey Wolf zone heading into the Grey Wolf end. And that looks like this one will be played on as Armstrong now in his own end will have to move the puck quickly. Green Hornets taking an opportunity to change their line, and here comes Mascherin. Joe Mascherin on the left side looking for a man to set up to, but instead he just feeds the puck right to Rosengard and back in Green Hornet possession. Armstrong now looking to set up to Yee. Not the greatest opportunity. Puck open. Armstrong slashing it away. Now comes Sean Ryan to retrieve the puck into the Grey Wolf zone. Ryan with a fired shot, and instead it knocks off of Ivan Jr. And this one now to Quicko. Quicko gets this one off the boards now over to Mashrin. Intercepted then by Sharina. Bounces the puck, and here comes Neil Armstrong on the left side. One defender back for the Green Hornets. He'll take the shot. Rosengard kicks it away. Rebound shot. Knocked down and saved by Rosengard. And with that, the Grey Wolves changed their line with 4:42 to go in the second. And the Green Hornets are not budging an inch. Thomas versus Finley. This one now over to Creighton, trying to find his shot, and Rosengard's right there for the save. Great reactionary skills by the third-year goalie, and he's making things happen for the Green Hornets today. Yeah, no doubt about that. Mark Rosengard is naturally improving, and he needs, the thing is, we would see more of his stellar performance if he's been with a greater team versus like the Yellow Jackets last season, who, you know, didn't have quite the best team on the roster, so Rosengard had to do a lot of work, and that's looks like that was a high sticking thing. Still played on, no advantage there. And Richard Madden on the move with Jim Thomas. And Larry Rapar as well. Madden looking to try to find his setup, and instead this one gets back over to Rapar, finds the shot, bounces around, and McCants will clear this one out, only to be stopped by Rapar, or correction, Zakarian. This one now over to Robert. This one back over to Rapar. Bounces off the boards, this one to Wussman, now to Thomas. Clears this one out. This one now over to Tom Finley, who tried to get the pass off, but instead he misfired the pass. Luckily no Green Hornet was there to take it away. But now with Creighton, his pass over to DeSaunders as he's got Finley to work with. Saunders took a little bit too much time with the puck and got stripped loose of it. Will fire the pass. Scott McCants trying to skate to it first, but Rosengard will knock this one away. Creighton looking for that big time shot. Knocked away by Thomas at first, and now comes Spartacino the other way. And they are on the move. A 3-on-1 opportunity. Spartacino passes it back to Thomas. Nice setup there. Takes the shot. And Ivan Jr. with another save again. And he saves the Grey Wolves bacon with 3 minutes flat to go in the second. Again, Green Hornets with the big time opportunities. They got the breakaways coming, and they're coming in 2s and 3s. You know, you just can't get any better than that. Agreed. And you have to look at the Green Hornets. You know, they're more aggressive when it comes to the forward position. Not a lot of defense. They have a decent defense led by Spartacino, but you know, it's all been mostly forwards and in the system of just passing the puck around. So expect that to be a big time performance there. Ryan looking to set up to Madalena, takes a shot, bounced off a Quicko stick. This one now over to Armstrong. And now to Mashrin. He lost control of the puck, and now this one coming back into the Green Hornet end. Spartacino with it now will try to pass this one up to Ryan. Past Yi, but Yi will be able to regain possession of the puck. Now back over to Armstrong. And he's looking to fire the pass over to Nader. Nader with an opportunity, takes the shot, hits the back net, and he will have to regroup. 2:09 to go in the second. Grey Wolves still trying to find that equalizing goal, and they're just struggling for answers. Sharina quickly on top of Yi. Yi struggling to get the puck out. Off Armstrong's stick, intended for Nader, now back over to Armstrong. Grey Wolves will have to skate back, and here comes Sean Ryan. All by himself, cannot find any Green Hornets to pass off to, and instead he'll give it up to Joe Mashrin. Rapar gets a piece up on the puck, and now comes Sean Ryan into the Grey Wolf zone. Looks to set up to Rapar, takes the shot, and again Tom Ivan Jr. stops it. This one now back over to Armstrong. He's got Mashrin to work on the left side. Neil Armstrong will take the shot himself. No one there. Here comes Mashrin the other way. This one now over to Richard Madden. Madden will dump this one in the Grey Wolf end. With 1 minute to go in the second period, Grey Wolves now looking for another opportunity, if possible. Stopped by Thomas, now intercepted by Finley. Will fire the shot, but just a little bit too powerful for Dishonors to handle. Now comes John Spartacino the other way, looking to try to set up to Madden. Now finds Thomas with 28 seconds to go. Jim Thomas makes a move around Robert, trying to find that shot. Bounces on Ivan Jr. and he will end up making the save. And there's Jim Thomas versus Tom Finley on the face-off again. This one now going back over towards Richard Madden. Madden looking to set up. Nobody there. Now comes Dishonors, knocks it away. Hard shot by Rapard, deflected off of Rapard. Now a rebound shot by Jim Thomas, deflected off of McCants' stick. Now Don Dishonors getting a bouncy shot around Rapard. Dishonors stops it, and notice how the second period will end in this one. Again, no score that happened in the second period, kind of quiet. But now it's up to the third period. Expect these teams to get a little bit more chippy and break things down a little bit, because you know the Grey Wolves are hungry to try to tie this game up. And at the same time, the Green Hornets look like they want to score more goals in this one. So it is definitely not over yet. But we have still another 12 minutes of hockey to be determined. When we come back, 3-2 Green Hornets lead, and expect this third period to be a wild one. Here we are, start of the third period. It'll be Thomas versus Armstrong, and the referees won't waste any more time. They'll take the face-off quickly. Armstrong gets a piece on the puck, now back over to Quicko. Quicko will fire the pass over to Hogan Yee, and this puck is sliding. This one over to Rapard, now back over to Zakarian. Joe Matron trying to hold up Zakarian. He'll get through and he'll have the puck, but he'll quickly lose control of it. Rapard now trying to hold him up. Now Rapard will take the puck away. Pass now back over to Zakarian, as his intended target, and Richard Madden, was quickly held up by Hogan Yee. Armstrong now over to Yee. Yee struggling to hold on to the puck, but he'll still maintain it. And instead he'll pass it right to Larry Rapard, and it's intercepted. Richard Madden with the puck, instead stripped loose by Hogan Yee. Rosengard trying to knock this one away. Now it's Armstrong. Over to Sabler. Now Quicko picks up on the puck, has an opportunity of his own. Will take the shot. And Rosengard is literally inside the net. So he was getting pulled back, but it looked like the puck was sitting right on the red line. That, by technical rule, is no goal. But again, the Grey Wolves are making big time progress. Bernice versus Shireen on the face-off. Rosengard is out of the net big time, but the Green Hornets were nowhere in danger of losing the puck at the time. Bernice struggling to fight the puck against Spartacino, and now John Spartacino comes away with the puck. This one now over to Sean Ryan, now fights over to Serena. Puck now back over towards McCants as he skates back in his own zone. Will fire this one away. Now it's Madalena, and sure enough, you guessed it, he's going to dump it right back in the Grey Wolf end. And there's a save by Ivan Jr. The puck was right in his face as two Green Hornet players were ready to tap that one in. Face off now over Sean Ryan, fires the shot. This one now taken away from Pernice, now to DeSaunders. This one now back over to Sharina, finds Spartacino. That will be batted down by Creighton. Madalena looking to pass it to a teammate, finds Ryan. Now back over to Sharina. And McCants will quickly stop this one, and he'll get this pass over, now intercepted by Spartacino. Makes 3 moves off the Grey Wolf defenders. And now it's taken away by Creighton. And Creighton's got DeSaunders to work with. Sabler trying to hold him up. And Mark Creighton fires the shot, and Rosengard comes up with the save. So Green Hornets look like they had everything under control offensively, and then a quick, unexpected move turned things around, and Creighton almost had a nice breakaway opportunity, only to be stopped by Mark Rosengard. 9-12 remaining in the game, 3-2 Green Hornets. Puck now going back towards Quicko, and he will dump this one back in the Green Hornet end. Misfired by Al Zakarian trying to pass it. Now Nader trying to set up to Armstrong, knocked away. Now it's over to Lussman. This one to Zakarian. Now finds Yee, and he'll pass it right to Larry Ricar's stick. Now finds Madden, bounces it off the boards, and Armstrong skating for the puck. Zakarian on top of Armstrong, now looking to try to make some magic happen here. Now comes Rick Nader, looking to set up here, trying to get around a Green Hornet player, and through Rosengard, it hits the inside of his pad, but he's able to stop it quickly with 8:33 to go. And you can count that as yet another opportunity by the Grey Wolves to try to tie this game, and they just could not capitalize. Armstrong with the puck kicked away by Rosengard, held up by Hogan Yee, and that is definitely going to be a penalty for sure. And as Andy, you would call it, it's a yellow card. And it looks like it's a hooking call on the keeper. Yeah, definitely. When it's the keeper that comes up with a yellow card, you know, now it's deciding which man goes into the box. And it appears that it looks like it'll be Richard Madden heading into the box on this one. So with that, this is exactly what you would be hoping for if you are the Grey Wolves, is an opportunity like this to capitalize on a power play. And of course, Rosengard getting a yellow card is not the greatest thing in the world for the Green Hornets. McCants versus Armstrong on the face-off. This one now over to Nader, quickly held up, and here comes Spartacino. Trying to get this one past Yee, he does, and that'll kill some time off the clock. He'll fire the pass over to Nader, and it's turned around and intercepted by Thomas. Jim Thomas sets up to Sharina. Now back over to Thomas. Cannot find the right opportunity off. This one now back over to Spartacino. Spartacino fires this one back towards the end, and now it's over to Quicko. Quicko now in the Green Hornet zone, stripped loose by Sharina. Creighton trying to get it away from Sharina. Now it's back over to Sabler, and he will flick this puck, and it's back towards the Grey Wolf end again. And this will be a perfect way to kill off time in this penalty. Quickly taken away and intercepted by Spartacino. 3 Grey Wolves back to defend. Spartacino fires the shot, bounces right into Ivan Jr. Now back over to Roberge. Sharina will skate. He will regroup. Now this one over to Les Sabler. He'll fire the shot high, and it knocks sticks off in the Grey Wolf bench. And I have to say, Andy, there's been a knack recently going on for players just shooting the puck, and it's either inside the bench, a player, or their own sticks or equipment. Yeah, definitely, I don't know exactly what's going on in these players' heads, but not the greatest thing in the world when you're shooting and trying to kill other people in the process.
Really, really good, or you can be really
So Par will clear this one out. 30 seconds left in the power play, as this one's now back over to Guy Roberge. This one off the boards. Now this one over to Mark Creighton. He's got everybody on sides, and he's got two other Grey Wolf players to work with. Now make it three with McCants heading into the picture. Tom Finley looks like he was heading out in the deep slot. Now comes McCants, takes the shot, bounces off of Rosengard. Puck bounced off the other way, 5 seconds to go, and now it's Ira Lussman. He's got Sean Ryan to work with. And now we're back to full strength as Richard Madden looks like he's heading out on the ice, and Jim Thomas will be the substitute player. Larry Parr's shot knocked away. Will Burge now passes it right to Sean Ryan. That'll give the Green Hornets another opportunity to ice this game, perhaps. And now over to Jim Pernice, and he's got lots of options to work with. Now finds Finley, now finds over to Creighton on the left side. Will finish looking to try to get this one, and Rosengard with a diving save, and he'll keep this game alive. Zakarian's pass now over to Jim Thomas. He's got Sean Ryan to work with. Thomas trying to find his shot, bounces over. Ivan will stop, and there's a save, and Jim Thomas there looked like he was trying to go for a last-second stick hold away, and of course he's had a knack for doing that, and there's been a couple of issues going on in the off-season regarding that. Well, I don't think it's really done a lot of work because the referees are definitely not calling this one, so as long as there's no big-time interference when it comes to that or any harsh intentions, you know, the referees are definitely going to be waving that one off. This one now to Armstrong on the right side. Nader sets up, takes the shot. Rosengard bounces it away. Now Spartacino finds Madalena, who tries to get the pass off to Thomas. He does, and he's got Richard Madden to work with. Thomas fires the shot, knocked away by Ivan. This one over to Yee. And here comes Joe Mashrin trying to skate past, but Spartacino will out-hustle Mashrin. And with 5 minutes to go, Green Hornets still on the move. Madalena passes it back over, but the referee gets in the way. And now this one over to Rick Nader. This could be trouble for the Green Hornets. Takes the shot. Rosengard dives and makes the save again. It looks like the net is off balance, but the referees are not noticing that. Richard Madden trying to set up to Matt Sharina. Sharina, big time opportunity, takes the shot, but it's denied by Ivan. This one now back over. Madden, or correction, that was Rapart taking the shot off of Madden's skate. Now comes Mashrin trying to set up to Armstrong. Bounces off of Rapart. And he holds up in the way of Neil Armstrong. Looking to set up, gets the pass right to Sharina. Now from Sharina to Lussman. This is Matt Sharina trying to out-hustle Scott McCann. Sharina passing it back to Richard Madden, now over to Lussman. Misses the shot to the right, now comes Finley in his own end. McCants now finds the Solners. This one he'll set up over to Lussman. Off of Sharina's stick, McCants now passing it back to Lussman.